welcome back to our channel. In case you're new here, my name is Kendi.
I'm Naomi.
I am Lucy.
I'm Sharon.
And today we are back again with another interesting video. We are going to discuss dating.
Yeah.
So love is a beautiful thing, but it has evolved with time. So we are going to compare. In short, we are going to discuss about the TBT dating and the current dating scenarios. So we'll share the positives and the negatives,
Our experiences.
Yes.
So like TBT, we mean like our experience TBT dating, like after we turn 18. You know,
Until high school there,
Yeah.
Because during high school,
You are trying things out.
yes, and you were not allowed to date,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah,
So
It was like
yeah,
an
kujiba.
offense to date. How could you date?
Yeah. Okay.
So let's do this. First, it's technology. Technology has changed a lot of things. Because back then, if you had a phone and you're texting someone, equal to the message.
Hey, and you remember that it was they, not
Yeah.
you. You only
Telecom.
had to look for 10 shillings
Hey,
to get unlimited text for the
hours
whole
and
day.
hours. And
Huh?
hours, those that were giving like 3
Yeah,
hours.
unlimited
Eh,
SMS.
Yeah.
So you could text the way you want the whole time. It was all about texting.
You sleep at 3 because you are
Exactly.
You're waiting for good night. Hujalala kama hujaambiwa good night.
I remember the worst, it was kabambe. It was the era of kabambe.
No,
Everyone could hear you in the house. If you're sleeping with someone, that person could complain.
I remember we didn't used to have a phone, so we used to really hope, like, we used to borrow from our mom.
Yeah.
We would tell her mom, just give us, like, so she used to know in the evening she would give us the phone. Yeah,
Really?
we didn't
You
used to have a
texted
phone.
your
That
Because
is
even
really
her phone.
Yeah.
She can see.
What? No, we delete everything. Like after you text and call your guys and
You
used to
tell them don't
please
text again.
Don't
text
call
and
or
call this
text.
number.
What if they do it by mistake?
Yeah, someone once
Yeah,
did
yeah,
it,
yeah,
but
yeah.
not because of it was my sister. Yeah.
Mom
Because-
saw it.
Yeah, she was. You know, my mom is gentle, so she just took the phone and she was like, and that was during the day. I don't know what. Yeah. So those were the things that brought like restrictions, more restrictions.
Yeah.
But yeah, and we would subscribe. Then sometimes you forget to unsubscribe. Then
Then her credit
goes
just
the way you
goes up.
want.
The way then it was 10 bob was a lot of money that time for credit. Yeah. But me, the fun thing that I loved about TBT, TBT is the olden days when you are in, I guess, high school and part of primary. We used to the dedics. Do you remember the dedics? Someone just comes to you and tell you, just I've dedicated to you this song. Go and listen to it. So it's your only way to go down and sit with the Lord and analyze each and every word. If it is for Chris Brown, you sit down and analyze it because that was their way of
Can you remember like a song
communicating,
that you were dedicated?
She has said Chris Brown. Maybe that is
I
where.
thought
yeah.
like you have one that you can chambua
I
now.
think
If it was really nice.
With
like,
you. Always with you.
For breakup, like the one for Chris Brown. I don't wanna go there.
Oh.
Okay, me I can remember the Westlife. It was
Oh,
Westlife.
yes, Westlife.
Yeah, the
Me, I
Westlife.
remember
I
one
crammed
that
each and every of
Which
their
song?
songs.
Which one?
There was
Solidad, I remember
Solidad,
Solidad.
Queen what?
Queen
Queen of my heart.
Queen of my heart. So I crammed each and every of their songs.
Let me tell you
That-
one, but this one is in Form 4, but I remember it very well because I was very excited. This guy sent me the big, I hope you're watching, the biggest success card. I was so excited. And then he gave the letter, everyone in the class to sign. There's like a different letter, and then mine. And then he dedicated like, I'm into you, the one for Jay. I was so happy. I'll never forget, by the way.
But the dedic schools touch someone, as in ungeka tu chini, you could have listened to the songs and
Hey,
everything.
man, but that was a romantic.
Yeah,
thing.
that was
Even
so
was.
romantic compared to today. Yeah, people don't take in that thought and everything.
No,
Yeah.
I think today there are some people who
make effort.
make effort, and there's that song you listen to and you're like, this song reminds me of this and that person. Yeah.
But it's not too much like.
Yeah, it's not hype
yeah,
like
yeah.
Before we
before.
continue, like, you can at what age did you like start dating? Like, maybe you can give us
Hey,
like
me, mine was.
at what age?
Me, mine was funny. Yeah. So in our primary school, during prep time,
Yeah.
before that morning lesson, guys used to sit on their own. They talk about football and everything. Girls the same. So there was this one day a boy came to me and asked me, "Hey, child, yesterday where were you?" Then I was like, "Where was I? I was at home. It was on a Sunday." I told him I was at home. I was at home with my family, and that. Then he said, telling me that this other boy said to me that she was somewhere with him. Then I was like, "Where?" Me, I was at home. But then it created a scandal until I had to go and call my sister from her class. We were in the same school, just to come and justify that I was at home. So the bad thing is that the place that boy mentioned that you were with him, apparently it was a strip club. By that
In
time, I
primary.
didn't even know what a club is. Leave alone a strip club. I never attended any club. I never went to any club by that time. I didn't even know how clubs look like. So I just started. That day I cried. I cried in the morning. I went to the class teacher and even reported the issue that this group
The
of
rumor
guys.
ended.
Yeah, the rumor just spread. But even before it spread, I was already crying. People were asking me, "What is wrong?" So me, I was like traumatized because how can you say that I was with you once in a strip club? Yet I've never even gone to any club. So it just created this whole of scandal. I don't know. After that scandal, everything
So
disappeared.
that's like the first time you heard about.
Yeah, that was the first time I heard about dating. So the next time it was about KCP. So people were giving us success, and the same guy who said that I was in the strip club with him told me that I'll not give you a success card, but I'll give you after we are done with social studies. That is the last paper. Yeah. Then I was like, oh, okay. Then there was this friend of mine. That now the other guy who that day told me about what the other boy said.
Yeah.
Then also told me that I'll give you a success card. So the last paper is done, we've celebrated, we are going home. Then what is funny, they were working together. One of them comes to me, then he gives me a success card. The other one comes to me, he gives me a success card. Then I was like, what is this? So when reaching home, the message, it's kind of different. Then I was like, what is this now? Me, I've never dated them. Something about somebody telling you I love you, do this and that. I was so shocked. Me, that was my first experience. Like, okay, now this dating life exists or something like that. Yeah,
That's interesting.
but it
Me,
was
like for
strange.
me, like the first me in primary, even the thought of it was scary. You know the way
Yeah.
children like hear these people are dating, like you're like just scared. What are they
What
doing?
are they
It was a
doing?
taboo.
It was
Yeah,
like,
it was a
it
taboo.
to be
Even
young and dating.
somebody could even find you with a guy. It was
But
like,
me, I used to hear story of like these two girls and boys in class. I just hear stories that these boys and girls are dating, nini. They find each other behind class 4.
Hey, your school was on another level.
Behind class 4, they meet there. I don't know things, this and that. So that's all that I knew about dating. But in high school, that's when like people start sending letters. Even you become interested. You go to boys' school and come back with stories.
Not even that. In high school, if you went for an evening and no boy even looked in your direction.
Yeah, they can't
It was so
derail.
traumatizing. You just started you could have those self-esteem issues. Why then am I beautiful or
But
what?
dating
Yeah,
has started at 19, like
yeah.
19.
And that was
Campus.
just getting to know, like,
Mm.
what does it mean? Like, how do people go about it? You know, that primary and high school, you don't have
Yeah.
what everything.
Yeah.
Hey.
Kenny,
Yeah, what
was
about
your
you?
experience?
Well, for me, dating, I started dating when I was in campus.
Campus.
Wow.
Campus, because
But the small
yeah,
experiences
the
while you
small
are
okay,
young,
experience when
people
you're young,
around
what
you,
you
maybe in
had, yeah.
class, people who are dating.
and also you are scared of your parent, you can't date.
Yeah, and
My
then
mom, yeah, I couldn't date in
you know,
primary and
you've
high
never
school.
had a chance to sit down to talk to someone about dating.
Sure.
So when this thing comes and you're in primary, hey,
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 how?
how, when,
How?
what, why,
Hey.
you know.
My mom could tell you, I'll take you to a juvenile. You don't want to. Yeah, because by the us in our house, we never used to date. But you could see
Yeah.
other kids doing that. My mom could say, if that was my daughter, I could have taken her to a juvenile. How can she do that?
And you know,
I just knew it is a no-go zone for
when
you.
you're at that point of I'm not allowed to do this, you're in primary, yeah? I'm not allowed to do this, and you see other people doing it. Okay, you'll hear stories to see fake, you'll hear stories, this is dating with this, you know. But I think, and I thank God, what saved I personally is the fact that I feared what is going to happen to me if I'm found dating. And then you have this feeling, this is not the right thing. I should not be doing
Yeah,
it.
that is good.
Lakini, let's say that small scenario saves you from that peer pressure. But dating was there. There are some kids who develop faster than others. So in such a setup, you know, in school, most of the time unapata some behaviors zenye mtoto ametoka nayo nyumbani, to them it's okay. There are some families it's okay. Even a kid in class 5, it's okay to date, you know. So it's a confusing phase. So for me, dating was in after high school. Let me say after high school. After high school campus, that period. Yeah.
Even
Lakini, I was witnessing what is happening here and there and there.
But
And let me
then
tell
I
you,
guess
we had
also
strict teachers.
People were afraid. Okay, personally, like that is why those boys even were afraid, like to confront me, because me, I used to focus on my books in my desk. I was not that person who will just go and giggle with anybody, because to me, like hanging out with the boys, people will start talking. You see how you hear women talking around, like huyu anakuanga na huyu. So I didn't want to get myself in that place where I'm found talking.
You are the talking.
So
I can say in primary, I was just there. I didn't know. I was
so
just there. I was
naive,
green,
yeah, so
God
naive,
knows.
just there.
And then in high school, in high school, I went to a mixed school. So yeah, people are dating, and then it was interracial. So people are dating, and you could see the dynamics in there. But that is the first place where I experienced the dynamic, the dating dynamics. Because you see, like there were Indians, and to some people it was a taboo to date with an Indian. There were Muslim and non-Muslim trying to date. Still, there's that issue of family. I remember there was a time there's a woman. I won't mention names. So the son is a Muslim, and this girl she was not a Muslim. Do you know that lady came to school to complain, and she was like, if it was, I would be okay with it, because in our culture we start booking when they are young. So I think that is at when I was in high school. That is when I realized there's something like, okay, how am I going to put this? I understood dating deeper, and I could see the dynamics. And there were some people who were fighting against all those odds, and others are married right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good, because the dating in high school that I could remember, according to me, it was not serious. Like you guys couldn't do so much. You could call each other girlfriend and boyfriend, but you couldn't go.
So you want them to go all the way?
Not to go all the way, but haikukuwa ile deeper, like sa ile kuanalyze knowing who you are, what the other guy likes, So
It's
stuff
just
zote.
like-
It was like I'm your friend. Me, I can consider it that it was like a friend.
friendship.
Like you have a friend. Because even I can't remember like somebody, okay, let's just say
I
this.
think
Somebody giving you a peck, you can't remember somebody so me, I think it was just that
dating
close
nini,
that close
cause of
friendship.
circumstance, like
Yeah.
like you're obligated like to have a girlfriend from a certain school.
Yeah, so,
Now like it's just the circumstance, like so that you can also floss.
So it
Yeah,
was
to your
because
friends.
even if you meet, you could just talk about you guys, you couldn't even go deeper. Me, I always analyze that it was just a close friend. You had a close friend.
Yeah,
You were calling
yeah.
boyfriend or girlfriend, but
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
nothing more than that.
What about you?
Okay, so for me, in primary, I never used to date. I was a bit focused. Of course, there are guys who used to hit on me. I used to have crushes too, small ones, definitely. But I didn't like completely. I didn't go it like even tried it or anything. I was just like, okay, let it wait for the right time. So, but high school was another thing. I didn't date, but there are so many
Friends.
yeah, okay, for high school, in high school, for our school, they used to encourage us to socialize. So during functions and like like not concert, but like there were small inter-school concerts and such things. So our teachers and our like the admin used to encourage us to socialize. So definitely, I had like crushes in different schools, and maybe they will proxy. We used to call proxy. Someone will write a letter and put it on someone else's letter, and you know.
Or if you didn't attend to the function,
That is
they
like
write
a diss.
and-
Actually, that was like a diss. If
Oh.
someone puts if someone puts a love letter on someone else's love letter, and they, you know,
Sure.
yeah, that was a diss kind of
That's
like.
mean, no?
Yeah, that's a bit. It was like a me.
So that happens when you break up with the guy. Or
Not really. So maybe a guy likes you and is not like willing to tell you.
So
he
how
likes you.
they write two letters?
So you see, if you're writing a letter to your girlfriend, okay, if you're writing a letter to your boyfriend, so for me, I have this guy in school that I like, but like I'm like, if I write a letter, that will look so like so much like I'm coming too strong. So you would write a small letter, then you put inside that person's letter. So when it will go to the school, he will take the inside and you don't even cover it. It's just a note or saying hi, like yeah. Then so we used to take like sometimes it would come out like something like someone is dissing you or something nice.
why?
Also.
And he's
Yeah.
Or you
showing
can
interest.
send it as a diss.
Yes, because it means that person who is opening her or his letter will first read what the other person has written before you reading it, right? Yeah, so they'll know what the other person is telling you. Yeah, so that is to happen. But like crushes, oh yeah, I had a lot of crushes in high school, but officially dating I started after high school.
But in high school there was a lot of drama revolving because that was when you start knowing yourself, you start knowing the boys and everything. That is why you develop so much insecurities about yourself and all those. So the dramas were so many, especially if a guy doesn't want you or kama mmekosana. You remember those people who are even writing in tissues and putting in the letter. See, when the letter comes, you hear your name, you're very happy. When you go and it's a word, a hate word written on the tissue.
Yeah, we used to call
Such
it
girls
this.
would even go into trauma and just cry because almost it will spread and the whole school could be laughing at you. It was so bad. Anyway.
So, and then let me go back to technology. Right now, you can FaceTime when you're talking to someone. Before,
But me, I think I prefer the olden days because, like, I feel
No,
like
me,
people
I don't
used to
prefer
make
it.
effort. Like right now, someone meets you and just tell you, "Give me your number." So ako tu na easy time behind the keyboard and type anaweza kakwambia anything.
Ana hide.
But you know those days alikuwa like anakuandikia you see each other. If you want to see someone, you have to go see. Lazima like you call. Yani it was like a bit like you
But
know
that-
someone's personality better because you meet many times than
But
now.
that changed. You remember in high school where now after high school, like me, I entered in Facebook now immediately after finishing high school. That changed when the era of Facebook came. where now you could date blindly and everything goes wrong. So that was the worst thing now about texting. You don't know this person is texting you, pata two Facebook, and then your time what I call a jinga in okay. That's a wrong word to use. You are so ignorant in that when you're opening your Facebook account, you even put your number there. So you see, anybody could take your number, start texting you. You don't know how he looks like. You don't know anything about him. Even somebody lies to you penye anatoka.
And then, let me ask you a question. When you compare dating when you were younger, I'm not saying we are old. When you compare dating when you were younger and right now, do you feel like in terms of intentions and checking the purpose of that relationship has changed?
Yeah. Okay, me I can say about dating between those days and these days, it has really changed. You see, because nowadays may just feel like people just date. Like nowadays, like that's why kuna hizi arrangements, like no relationship but no feelings, those like stuff. But you know, in the olden days, let's say if a guy would approached you and was interested in you, alikuwa ameshaipea thought like really liked you for even him to come and approach you. But you know nowadays people look at very so many things about your physical appearance, your personality. These people, that person is even not sure of being with you, but maybe he'll only liked one aspect of you, and that is why he's approaching you. But kitambo, like that is why you could hear even a guy is young but he's telling you, you know, I want to marry you. You start taking stories like like when we wear this will be that, you plan about the future. Nowadays it's not like that. You go
People
with
are
the
scared.
flow. Nowadays people are so scared. So may think kitambo people are so honest about their feelings as compared to, though it never worked, but from the word go somebody could maybe visualize like maybe with you as a future, could talk about you having kids, such like things. So it's very much different nowadays. Just date for the sake.
And you?
Yeah, I think what Sharon is saying is really true. That I feel that back then people were very honest, and also like if a guy approaches you, it was like for real. He really wants to have something with you. Like precisely not that you, because most of those people we broke up with them, But like when we were there, we used to plan like, oh, maybe we'll have 2 kids or a house somewhere. But right now, now it's the opposite. That when you start dating someone and you start saying about marriage or wedding, people, it's like a turn off, But back then, that was the in thing. That was what,
intention,
the
the purpose of dating.
dating, So I think the purpose of dating changed over these years so much.
I think like the change is based on like the technology, cause like probably in your village you're the hottest guy. You don't have variety to see. Like now you just log into Instagram, you just start comparing. This one is not like my girlfriend. This one can twerk. This one can do this. So like technology has meaning like decreased our mindset. Like everything is based on what you see, and then that's why people say like you're first attracted with the appearance. You know, many people have met through like Facebook. You just see someone and then you exchange number, and there's that your neighbor who you see daily but you've never asked for their number. Probably are well behaved than the one you see on the internet.
Even talking about that, I remember like in our village we used to have like a it's still there, but I don't think they are preserving it. It's like it was a government land, and we live in a place where it's a mountain. It's one of the highest mountain in Kenya. So we live in a savanna grassland part of the mountain. So you see this grass, then acacia trees, then those are forests, then rivers and wild fruits. So that was the dating point of our village in those times. I remember like when you pass there, you just see two. And you know, you don't carry food or water because first you go and eat wild fruits.
God will provide.
Second, yes, you go over, eat wild fruits, you take water from the river, and the scenario was like the scene was beautiful because you just see grass and it extends to like the farthest end. So we used to do like most, because for me I didn't date, but I used in our village used to date, and you know like that place there's a agricultural farm, so they used to one year they plant sunflowers, the next year they plant like wheat, so you would also have like beautiful sunflowers and
Fresh.
so people only that place only people who could go there were like people who were grazing the cows. So parents were not there, and I know most marriages in our village were built or like those were the dating point of those marriages. And I really wish still in high school I tried, but I tried, but like being in Nairobi kind of like changed my way of like dating also, because if you are at home holidays you just go there and you just see like love everywhere, and you know it was genuine love. Like I felt it was genuine love because first we didn't used to have phones, so you would either, like for me I said we used to borrow our mom's phone, and that was in high school. We would borrow our mom's phone, so like me and my sister would borrow our mom's phone, arrange for the meeting, tell the guy, even if they're coming from, for some guys used to come with like from very far, they would come and you just tell them, come, let's meet in this point, you go pick them and you go for the picnic. You go there, you just spend time, you just listen to the sound of nature. God, that was majestic.
Another thing that I can say that I loved about your dating at Kitambo is that, you know, nowadays when people think of dating, they think about sex. But in our olden days, dating was not even about sex. That's you can hear somebody started dating in high school, but she was still a virgin, or he was still a virgin, because it was that pure friendship and pure love, that pure caring. Naomi, how are you? Umeshinda aje? He buys for you something, maybe a chocolate, or even not even that chips katati bob. Even if you meet, your mind was not into those wild thoughts. It was for meeting. You guys spend time together, like Naomi I say, maybe in the field or in a hotel or just somewhere. People never have that thought of sex. That's so today, but for today it has really changed. Even if you meet a person in high school, you talk about dating, that is what they think about.
Also, there's dating for money. These days, you only date someone who's in your class or higher. You can't. You can't look for a broke person. Most of the people like just ask, what do you do? You like, that's not important. I think that's not really important, but it's really important too, because you really want to be successful here. So you have to think of someone who is hardworking.
Okay, another question. When you look at dating, when you're maybe 10 years ago and dating right now, do you feel like age and maturity has changed some aspects of it in your life?
That was when 10 years ago. That's around campus period.
Yeah, campus period. That after.
Campus
Not generally. Not generally with us as Rose and Thorns. Generally with the youth, the age group, that era.
Share about also age, because that time you didn't know who you are. First of all, you didn't identify who you are. You haven't identified the things that you love. You hadn't identified the things that you can live with for the rest of that you can compromise. So I can also say with age, now you know better what you want and everything. So not any guy that comes to you, you'll be able to accept the dating. Not like Kitambo, you couldn't even care about the family, the background, or anything. You're just about the love feeling. I can just say that.
And Lucy?
Yeah, I also think maturity changes everything, like knowledge, so you learn many things as you progress. Like, most people usually say before they get married, they need to like have dated severally to date, like to know what you want. You can, like, it's a choice. You can decide you date only one person or you date several people, so that when you like settle on one person, you're sure this is the quality I want. But even if you don't date, like when you're mature, you know, even from stories, even from like engaging with your male friends, you know, like the kind of person you want in your life, like for the rest. So I think like age changes the way of you thinking, and it gives you more knowledge. But also love like can make you stupid.
Yeah.
Although
Love is like you when you fall in love, like
Sure.
sometimes, which is not like appropriate, sometimes you compromise a lot of things. You say and there are some also people like say I will change, I will change him, I will change him.
Yeah.
So like even if you are old and you fall in love, you can just fall in love with a like reckless person or
And
something.
you'll never notice
Even if your friends tell you, that person, but you know yourself the way you love that person. So it just it changes. Like it depends with the factors and the circumstance also that you are in.
Okay, so for me about age, I'm thinking like love remains constant. Love is a feeling, so it doesn't change with age or what. Maybe just the actions that we take might change. And when it comes to love and age, I think for me, I would say maybe as I grew older, I got scared of loving than when I was younger. I was a bit free to go in and love someone like fully. But right now, like I think because of changes, like change of intentions from people, so now like it makes me more careful on people who I want to share my love with.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think age has made me like recognize that up there.
So you say like love is all those like loving, caring, everything. So you think that so for today people like we choose who to love.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But though me, this
Then
was my
if
next
you're
point.
choosing how to love, then it doesn't come the way.
This was my next point, like about soulmates, star signs, and like love. Like so, me, I believe in. Let me just give my opinion. I believe in soulmates, and if you're not dating your soulmate, the person you are like, it doesn't determine like the amount of love you feel for the person you're dating. Because love is a choice. You can choose to love someone, but I'm sure if you choose to love someone, your soulmate is still out there lingering around. Yeah, that's my belief. I don't believe in like the star signs and whatever. Cause
So you have a
let me tell
soulmate
you,
in this
cause
world,
yeah,
but you've chosen to love this
yeah,
person.
love is a choice. You know, you can you know like your friend, you
so
whom you've
unique.
never seen like as a person you can date, and then it becomes a time now you want to date him. So you know that is a choice. Like you've been friends, like to say I'll never date this person, I'll never date this person. And then let me give you another example. When you are in campus, there was someone you were in love with, and then that feeling changed, and then you started loving someone else.
Yes.
That's why I'm saying love is a choice, and that was not your soulmate. So probably even the person you're with now is not your
Me, I
soulmate.
don't believe in soulmate. I believe that soulmate is somebody that now you've chosen to love. That's the person that you are with. That person that now you're giving it your all with.
But
That's your
people divorce.
soulmate.
Yeah.
People divorce.
That's your
That can't
soulmate
be
for
your
now.
soulmate.
That's your soulmate for that time.
No,
Yeah,
there's
you
only
just
one
come with
soulmate.
love. Yeah,
Have you
that's
and research about it, and then we can discuss it more next time when we meet.
kindly, guys,
Yeah.
if you have something to add to what Lucy has said
has
or to
been
And
criticize,
star
kindly
signs
comment
and
down
whatever.
below.
There are so many theories about like your love, the person you choose to love. There are so many theories. There's star signs. There's another one like I don't know. I don't remember. And there's also soulmate.
Do you believe in star signs?
me.
No.
I don't. Okay, so Lucy, you want to tell me that you believe in love at the first sight?
Yeah, there are people who fall in love when they meet.
The first sight.
Yeah, there are people
I
who
think
fall
that-
in love
No,
when
me,
they
I don't
meet.
believe in those people. Do. Let me give you an example now. Me, you see this guy. You've seen the way maybe he's handled, maybe he's a gentleman for the first time, anakuwekea kiti hapo hivo, anakuescort home, and make sure your taxi has been taken care of. You love his physical, you are crazy about him for the next 1 week. That you feel like you love him. You can even drop, if you're in a relationship, you can even drop the relationship for him. But that is if you're talking about love for the first time, and then when time comes, you realize this is not him. Every
Sharon,
gesture,
let
every
me tell
this is
you.
a different
Sorry,
kind
acha
of person mwenye hata siwezi taka kuwa nayo. Maybe ilikuwa fling ama maybe I was so like maybe confused
But
in
that's
the
a different
moment.
circumstance. There are those that you will live, but there are those who fall in love and fall in love. There are two different
So
situations.
in short, it's love when we are talking about love at first sight, some will last, some won't.
Don't, yeah.
Oh, some,
The same way, that's the same definition I'll give with soulmate. You might date your soulmate or not.
So it's not a must.
It's not a must.
So it's not a must to date. This is new to me today. I didn't know that.
Your
you have a
soulmate is in
soulmate,
Kakamega
but-
now in a Posho mill.
Actually, but you can choose.
Lucy, sikuwa naexpectia imenikuta off guard.
Yeah.
Like Sharon, for me, if I say love at first sight, like it's really not even about how they open a door for me or like it's just something like their smile or just I see some kindness in their eyes and like I feel my heart is just
Yeah.
like
That's
it
what
just
always
and
happens now. Me.
yeah I meet
And
meet
then you
those
can
people and
interact
yeah,
like through your
you can
Your
just,
eyes,
you can
huh?
just
Yeah.
feel like you know
you're
there's a time you
attracted.
can just talk with someone and you just feel like you can see their soul and
Yeah.
but it doesn't mean that even some of them you just go and you're like
Yeah,
I
it
wish I
doesn't
meet
mean
that
you'll
person
date
one
them.
day you don't
Yeah.
even most of them even you just like
But do you know?
But maybe
let me give you an example, Naomi.
I think
That thing is
me.
just okay. I guess it depends.
That's
The way I say it depends because when you mesema like you can meet this person, then maybe unaweza tamani like ungemeet tena because there's some time life gives you a chance of meeting them again. Then you realize they were not even meant to be in your life.
That's what I'm saying, Sharon. You're basing on one like your like one side. You are there are those people who will even break up and live like 10 years apart, and then they come back and then they date again and then they
And
marry
it works.
and it works. And because you know,
Tumeenda tukendanga.
no, because you know,
That's
like
why
that
don't go
person,
home.
you've known who they are. And you know what you did wrong. So when you come back, like you are trying to like,
Correct.
to correct. So now your marriage will work because you know each other weakness and you're trying to fix it so that it doesn't fail again.
That never
Yeah.
worked.
Yeah.
Okay,
I know
that.
I know there's a story I was reading on IG, two guys who dated and then they broke up. And then after a while they met in a party. They just exchanged numbers and then they started dating again.
And it worked.
And it worked.
You bring
What
You
out
know-
somebody, he comes back after 10 years. Then
Yeah.
Do you have anything to add to that?
Even distance can separate you for like 10 years, eh? And then
distance like
distance is another thing.
and then there are so many circumstances that can make you like come back to someone because it is like it's your choice. Everything is a choice. Someone can cheat on you but you forgive them and then you reunite. There are people who forget. There are people who divorce and then remarry. Si ati wamekosa choice.
No. Okay, when it gets to cheating, that's something else.
It's a
that
choice.
We can't.
It's a choice. It's a choice. It's
Okay,
a choice to
personally-
forgive
Cheating is a
someone.
choice.
Personally,
It's a
personally,
choice.
when it comes to cheating,
That's why it's a
kanaenda
choice.
kakienda ya.
Yeah, it's a choice.
Yeah,
Juu
it's a
utasikia watu wengine huyo alicheat na bado
Alimsahau.
they are
Mtu amemcheat
together,
10
yeah.
times na bado
And,
unamsamea.
yeah,
So like it's a
and that's
choice.
it.
Can you
It's a choice.
forgive
So in
someone
short,
after cheating?
love is a choice. Anyway.
Love is a choice. Love is what
In
you
short,
feel
love is a
inside.
choice now.
Even we've digressed from the topic it was about
God.
Tuko sawa because we are comparing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe next time we can have a whole
that's
discussion
what
on
we
love.
research
Kwanza hiyo ya Lucy.
Go and research.
Yeah,
Go and
bana.
research.
So guys, that's our discussion today. I can see it was turning into a heated one because, as you know, everyone has different perspectives. We have different personalities, and we choose to love each other. So, if you feel like you have anything to add to our discussion, feel free to comment down below. And we are hoping to come back with more interesting videos. Maybe we can go into the same topic, like she has said, something that has caught our attention concerning soulmates and the star signs. So if you have anything on that topic, comment down below. If you have a topic that you feel we should discuss in the same field, feel free to comment down below. Bye bye.
Bye.